Now, musical theatre enthusiasts are unable to go to indoor venues to see shows at the moment, but silent disco walking tours offer the chance for audiences to get their musical theatre fix safely, as they're taken on an all-singing, all-dancing tour of the West End. Here's to chat to us is the producer and tour host, Shaun Ames. Good morning, Shaun.
Good morning, Shaun. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
So tell us how it works.
First question everyone asks.
Is this virtual reality goggles or something?
No, it's a physical tour. So we meet up. So imagine a normal walking tour where you're taken around to the outside of the theatres. But what we do is we give you a silent disco headset. And in your headset, all you can hear is the music and your host. So we start you off with some classics and we walk you down to your first theatre. When we get to that theatre, I think the first one's the Dominion. So when we get to theatre, we tell you some facts about the theatre and the show, and then we play the songs from the show as we make our way to the next theatre.
So what's on at the Dominion at the moment? It's one of the rock ones, isn't it?
No, it's Prince of Egypt.
Oh, Prince of Egypt, of course, is there. Yeah. Great music. When Whitney Houston.
Great, yeah. It is Whitney Houston. Linked into just what you said.
Absolutely, yeah. Shaun, had that begun when lockdown happened?
Well, when lockdown happened, we just ceased to continue.
Yeah. But you were doing this before. This isn't a lockdown idea, is it? This is something you've been doing for a while. We started it just about 2 years ago. And we became the #1 tour in London on TripAdvisor within 9 months. Wow!
Congratulations!
Yeah. So do people like stand outside the Prince of Egypt outside the Dominion with their headset on and they all sort of quietly dancing?
Yeah, not so quietly.
Silent disco on Tottenham Court Road.
Yeah.
That's what they're all doing. I've been wondering what they were up to.
And we walk down through into Soho. We do 27 theatres on the tour.
What?
But we then teach you the choreography from the show as well.
Oh, you're kidding! That's
in the middle of the street?
Yeah.
I love it.
If I love to read our reviews, people say, "Oh, I never thought I'd be doing the time warp in Leicester Square or moonwalking across the road on Shaftesbury Avenue."
Gosh, I love this idea.
So one thing you've really established just by describing it, Shaun, is that every one of your tour guides must be an actor, because only an actor would be able to do that kind of thing. Get a whole lot of people doing choreography in the middle of the street.
Yeah, well, the thing is, lots of people start the tour and they're like, "Oh God, what the hell's going on?"
Yeah.
And then I've sort of worked it. I've been doing in the industry for about 20 years, and I've worked as a magician for most of those.
Yeah.
So there's a psychology of getting people to just let go of their inhibitions, and we take them through that process within the first 2 songs. So by the end of the first 2 songs, they don't care what they're doing. They're just having a whale of a time.
Because our family would just do that anyway. So I love the fact that you found a way of making other people like our family, where you just randomly dance and sing in the middle of the street, because that feels like the right thing to do in the moment. 27 theatres, though. How big an area are you covering?
The whole of the West End. We go all the way around from Tottenham Court Road, right the way around Soho, Shaftesbury Avenue, down through Piccadilly, along the Strand, and then back up through Covent Garden.
My goodness, is it like bring lunch and dinner and some drinks? Because it must take for ages.
It takes about 2 hours. I thought during this time now, post-COVID sort of lockdown, that it would take us longer to get everywhere. But because all the bars and restaurants have put all their tables in the road, they put all their tables in the road, so all the paths are clear. So we get through much quicker now, which is good.
So during, because obviously for any of us who are theatre people, it's a really difficult time where we're still waiting to go back to our shows and all of that side of things. So for the actors themselves, it's really very difficult, and of course the full company and staff. But you found a way of doing this sort of during lockdown, or just as we're coming out of lockdown. So how many presumably you're all socially distanced?
Yeah, so we've reduced the capacity to 50%.
Yeah.
And we are able to do it because we're outside, and it is we can keep everyone a metre apart. If they're in their bubble, they can stay together. We've got extra stewards on every tour. But to help support the industry that that we love, we're donating £5 from every ticket to the Theatre Artists Fund, and that supports the actors, the backstage crew, and we've also got the backing of the Society of London Theatre. So we are trying to give back as much as we can. But also, my next idea is to invite some of the stars of the West End to come and guest host the tours.
What a brilliant idea. What an absolutely... Have you begun on that yet?
People would love that.
No, I haven't begun on that yet. I've made a wish list. And that's our next bit. I just wanted to get this opening weekend done, and then I can go, right, okay, now that's worked.
Yeah. Do you know what? Early on in the lockdown, Michael Ball tweeted what was a really humorous tweet, but it just came to mind when he said that every time they did the applause at 8 o'clock on a Thursday, he wanted to run into the street and take a bow. and he put underneath it #needy. But the fact is, there are so many performers who've had like 3-4 months not able to get on a stage. If you give them an opportunity to go around London with an audience, I mean, I think that there'll be many takers.
Yeah, well, we're on the air now. Can I just say, if they want to do, just get in contact. We'd love to hear from them.
Tell them how to get in contact with you.
So how do they get in contact?
Our website is silenttours.net. So they can go on there. There's a contact form there and get in contact.
And if anyone wants to take one of these tours, when do they happen? Well, we know where they happen, but when and how much and where do we get tickets?
So we're doing Friday evenings at 6:30, Saturdays and Sundays at 2:30. We are getting lots of bookings coming in now, so I'm probably going to add more days in the week and probably evenings at the weekends. The tickets are £24 for an adult, £19 for children, and £21 for concessions. Yep. We also do private tours. So if you're concerned about mixing with other people, we can do it as a private tour for your group as well. It works great for birthdays and hen parties and celebrations.
Yeah, cool.
How brilliant.
Brilliant. And what's the website?
It's silenttours.net.
Lovely.
Fantastic. And imagine you may be going around with a star of a West End musical, and in fact, you could be the star in your own musical outside the theatre. Thank you so much,
singing
Shaun.
and dancing. Thank you, Shaun Ames. Have a great day.
Yeah, you too. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Bye.